Alright, what's up everybody? Today I'm teaching you how to make my master protein shake. I spent a lot of time figuring out how to make the perfect protein shake back when I was first getting into lifting, and now I kind of have my ultimate one that I've perfected over like 2-ish years of doing it. It's a really good chocolate one. I'm getting ready to get a restock of good vanilla protein, so I'm going to try to perfect a good vanilla one too. But for now, it's just a good chocolate one. So let's run through and I'll show you all the ingredients and how to make it. Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need to make it is protein powder. Normally I have a basic chocolate one, but today I'm using some leftover organic stuff that we used to have. It's not as good as normal protein powder, but it's what I have to work with right now, so you can really use any protein powder for this process. Since I'm making a chocolate one, I have some cocoa powder, the Hershey's one specifically. That just gives it a little extra chocolatey taste. You could also put a tad bit of pudding or hot chocolate mix in it to make it more chocolatey. Whatever works. Just a little bit of cocoa powder worked for me. I have a little bit of cinnamon to add to it to give it a little bit more flavor, similar to the chocolate stuff. I have vanilla extract, just a tiny bit we're going to put in this. I'll show you that later. It's going to take milk, 1 cup of milk. I'll get into all the measurements later, but you're going to need milk. I have a stevia, or like just 0-calorie sugar. Any type of 0-calorie sugar works to sweeten it up. And then I like my protein shakes thick, so we have some xanthan gum in here. And then for toppings, I'm going to show you later, I use whipped cream and chocolate chips. Okay, so first, what you're going to want to do is put a bunch of ice in there, kind of about a handful in there, get a little bit of it into the mix to kind of, that'll thicken it up. And then then I like to put in a lot of my dry ingredients first before I put it in the wet ingredients. So first one I'm going to do is, oh, sorry, this is a little bit awkward of an angle while I'm getting some of this. But I like to get, this one's kind of a small scoop, so I'll put about 1.5 scoops into it. With the other protein powders though, they usually have bigger scoopers, so I don't typically put 2 scoops in. But just for this organic protein powder, it's not as big, I'm going to put in 2 scoops. And then next, I will throw a little bit of the cinnamon in there, just a couple shakes, give it a little bit of flavor. Sorry, the camera quality is a little bad. There's not really a great way to do this except for me holding it as I'm doing it. Next, I'm going to put in my 0-cal sweetener. I'm going to do a tablespoon for both this and the cocoa powder, but I'm going to do the sweetener first, because when you do the sweetener, it doesn't leave much residue on it, but when you do the cocoa powder, it leaves a good amount of residue. So throw that in there, into the mix, just about a tablespoon. You can do 2 tablespoons if you want. I just kind of play it by ear. A tablespoon seems to work good for both of them, so it's not too overpowering. I dropped that. I'm going to have to pick that up later. Drop 2 tablespoons in there, and I'll pick up that cap in a little bit. And then next, hold on, before I put in the wet ingredients, you want to get your xanthan gum. Now the thing with xanthan gum, it's basically a thickener. It's what makes a bunch of things thick, like ice cream and different stuff. I like my protein shakes a little ice creamier more than liquidier. So you don't have to use this if you don't want it thick. But all you're going to need is like a little pinch like that. Almost like you're getting a pinch of salt, and then you just kind of shake it around. See just barely any on the top there. There's not much that you add with the xanthan gum, because xanthan gum, if you overpower it like any more than a pinch, like a tiny pinch, it just overpowers the whole thing and makes it taste chalky and gross. Here, I'm going to put the phone down and close this real quick. But yeah, xanthan gum can make the stuff taste really bad if you use way too much of it. So be very, very careful with the amount that you're going to use. Okay, next, I'm going to put the camera right there as I prepare the vanilla extract. So I'm going to be very careful as I'm holding this camera I only want a little bit of vanilla extract. Just a tiny bit, just a touch like that to go into the corner, give it more vanilla-y taste. We might add more. I might make a video about a vanilla shake once I perfect that recipe based on what I've been doing. So that's the first liquid ingredient you add. You can sometimes I use yogurt, sometimes I use frozen bananas to thicken it up. Today I forgot to get the frozen bananas out, but that is also an ingredient you'll need. I'll put the full ingredient list in the description and the measurements and everything. But I'll grab the bananas real quick and then I'll put the milk in as well. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of about just a couple bananas at the top to thicken it up. That part's completely optional. If you want it more liquidy, if you like it more thick, like I do, you can add that stuff. Makes it a whole lot better. I'll put in the milk real quick as I'm doing this. And I like mine thick, so I'm gonna be kind of not fill the cup all the way to the top, but you'll use 1 cup of milk at the end to get most of what the protein shake needs. And now it is bubbling up and perfect. It's looking all mixturized, looking all good. The milk's kind of infiltrating its way through everything, but not too much, not overpowering it. And because that is the job of the blender. So I like to do it just for 30 seconds to keep it thick. I know I'm stressing all these points, but it's mainly because when I first started coming up with this recipe, I would put in way too much liquid every time and jack it up, and it wouldn't get that consistency I like, where it's almost like an ice cream. Because I really love ice cream, and I wanted it to be like an ice cream, but I can never get it the right way. It was cool. I just bounced my phone on my chin to get that screwed on. Okay, so now that we have that, we're gonna move it on over here to the blender, pop that bad boy in there, plug it up real quick, if I can keep the thing in. Plug it on up. The Ninja is all ready. I'm only gonna do it for 30 seconds. If you want it more liquidy, do it for a minute. But yeah, it doesn't have to be any pulse or anything fancy. I think I might have it on the highest setting that it can go right now. But yeah, I'll blend it real quick. Okay, so now that everything's all mixed together, there's some little dots at the end of stuff because the xanthan gum makes it rise from the bottom to the top because it's so thick, so it'll fall at the end once I start drinking it. But I'm gonna open this up real quick and I'll show the grand reveal. All right, grand reveal time. Oh, look at that. It's almost like frosty consistency. Just a little bit thick, a little bit chunky, and a little bit liquidy. So almost like a blizzard or a frosty, which is freaking awesome. It's perfectly how I like it. So all that's left is to pop off this Ready Whip. I get a low cal kind if you want to make it even better for you, but Ready Whip's not that bad for you. It's, let's see the nutrition facts. See, there's not that much stuff in it, not that much bad stuff. But they do have like a no carb, low cal kind that is a little bit better for you. And then at the end, I like to put a bunch of semi-sweet chocolate chips on it. And now, you might say, that's too many chocolate chips. Well, I say, respectfully, screw you. That is not enough chocolate chips. So now, I'm going to kind of push them down into the drink, twist it a little bit, get that good mix in it, let the shake fluff down a little bit, and then boom. We have ourselves a perfect little shake. Give it a little frosting on top, just for good measure. And now, you have your perfected drink. Look at that. It's all so beautiful. Beautiful protein shake. And now I've tasted it. And it's pretty good. It's pretty freaking fantastic. The organic protein powder makes it taste a little fake, a little less like milky, which I think makes it better, but I mean, still good. I haven't even gotten to the chocolate chips or other things on top, but yeah, it gets you a ton of protein. I don't know how much protein it gets you, but you know, this is more of a DIY thing. It's not trying to maximize protein gains. This is to help you curb cravings and also get a lot of protein in at the same time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Master chocolate, super chocolatey, half vanilla protein shake. I know it wasn't really a gym style video, and I've kind of been deviating a little bit from just gym vlogs, but I'm hoping you guys are liking the other stuff. It keeps things fresh, keeps things interesting. If you want more protein shake or more recipe videos, tell me in the comments. Tell me what you want to see next. Tell me if there's any questions you have. I'll answer them about the shake. And I'll work on the vanilla shake once I get my vanilla protein powder in. And then I'll make another video about that, hopefully, if you guys enjoyed this one. So thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.